Hi, my name is Emily, and for the week 9 video, I'm going to be covering AI coding assistance. And for those who don't know what that is, it sounds pretty much what it is, or it is pretty much what it sounds like. It is like an artificial intelligence that will help you write code or optimize existing code or debugging even, like help you code basically, like an assistant. And Um, there are many AI coding assistants like uh, GitHub Copilot, Cursor, Fed, and Windsurf. Like this is the one I'm gonna be covering today. And Windsurf is basically like you might recognize this layout or this UI, and it's basically um, it resembles Visual Studio Code, and that's because Windsurf uses a fork of Visual Studio Code to build upon it, and that's why like you might see a lot of the UI elements to be similar to Visual Studio Code. And how we use this is basically like the previous AI models that we learned. Like you have a context window where you could interact with the machine, talk to it, and based on your interactions with it, what you want from it, and it will start generating files to produce the functionality that you want. For example, if you want to create a game, like you type what type of game, how do you want the game to go, what other features you want, and based on that, it will attempt to generate the game that you desire, for example, or some other functionality like a website or something. And okay, and this is pretty much like how we started. Like if you go to the website, you could download Windsurf, and once you download it, you have to create an account to use the features, but it's free. And after that, it will lead you to this page. I didn't really do much with it. It looks pretty much exactly the same from the beginning. The only thing I did was like create a folder, a project folder, so that I could like store all the code that it will generate in a moment. And yeah. So let's begin. Let's say you want to create a snake game. So you will say create a snake game, and then like it will start generating, and it will tell you um, the commands, and you could click accept to like accept the changes to run the commands that it needs to create the functionality. And as you can see, it created like a requirements file, and now it will create like the main file to create the game, the functionality of the game. And creating it will take time. And as you can see, like for the requirements, like it imports like Pygame, so it will try to import all the necessary libraries that it needs to create whatever like you ask of it. And at the one thing that I should have done like at the beginning was specify which type of language, so like it prevents them from uh, the machine learning or the AI from using like a lot of different coding languages and create like a mess. If we specify Python at the beginning, it would have like created all code in Python to be more consistent. And as you can see, asking us to download these requirements, so pip install or to install the required libraries. And so basically, the AI will have access to your terminal, but it will not run any code without your permission. And this is like a safety measure. And it's still running. It takes a while. No, no, like I think finish the code. Now we just need to run it, and that's the game if we control it. But the game is kind of like lacking in a sense because if you go to the wall, it just loops back. And this is not like the traditional Snake game, so we want to fix that. So, for example, uh, game over when the player crashes into the border, and it will just start generating. And yeah, like when the player hits the board instead of floating around, or the end when the player hits the board instead of floating around, and it will ask you or tell you which file you need to edit, and it will edit the files as you can see. And now, like we could run the updated game. Oh, it's not updated yet. Let me update the memory with this change. Okay, I think it should have been updated now. Oh no, never mind. Hmm, still wrapping around. Maybe I have to restart it. Uh, Restart the game. Editing. Oh, at least when it hits, you still lose. Okay, now it's finished adding the restart option. Now let's see. Okay, yeah. Now we lose when we hit the border, and we also had the new game over or like the restart screen at the restart time that I asked it to like implement later. And as you can see, the AI is very powerful. It allows you to generate all of this like in a single moment or like in a short time basically. And we could keep asking it to more stuff to make this game more robust, I guess. So for example, something else that we could add is like add eating animations, for example. And still loading. Let me run the update again with a new eating animation, generating a set. And now let's see. I guess like the animation is just like slowly disappearing and sending like as shockwaves basically. Yeah, like as you can see, the red dot doesn't or the red box doesn't disappear immediately. It's like it slowly disappears and so it's like a shockwave animation. Another thing that we can do is, for example, like change colors, like change background to dark green. Oh, I changed the color of the snake, not the background. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's my mistake. I I didn't type the whole sentence. Change background to green or dark, and snake back to light green. And now we will attempt to swap the colors. Generating, and then like accept from the terminal to run the game again. And I think this is like better, I guess, but like it's still kinda off. And another thing we could also do is make the game window smaller, and then like we could also specify by how much, and then like it needs to take a few time, and then generating, and then like accept the new modified game, and yeah, coding assistant AI coding assistants are a powerful tool, but at the end of the day, they are just coding assistants. You shouldn't like leave them to do everything. Like it's fine if you use it for like small to like medium size like problems, like or like these simple games. But like if you're trying to create like a whole website from scratch, you shouldn't like depend entirely on it to create the code for you, because like as you notice, it will create like it will replicate the functionality that you ask of it, but at the very minimum. It will not take in considerations the other like rules that you forgot to mention, or like what's the word, like the other safeties. For example, like if you're trying to implement a website that uses financial information, uh, it's possible that like the coding assistant will only create uh, something to store the financial information, but like it will not try to encrypt it because like you forgot to mention it or you didn't mention it. The AI will only do the bare minimum, you know. So you could use it to guide you to help you, but like you should not let it like write the entire code for you. You as a user should also have like oversight of it or like keep track of it. Thank you.